Hello, my dear friends. This is Raju. Welcome to my channel, English Grammar and Literature. Thank you for subscribing my channel and watching my videos. I request you all again to watch this video on ELEGY completely. The information which is going to be provided on this video will help you for many entrance examinations. So why do we wait? Let us start our discussion on the elegy. It is a literary form of poetry. Now, what are the characteristics of elegy? We'll do the first. The first one, you can see from where it was originated. It was originated from Greek. It covers the subject of war songs, love poems, political verses, and lamentations for the dead. Remember, these are the subject of the elegy. If you look at the point of the classical elegy or the Greek elegy, and how did they judge the elegy? It is, you can see, the Greek judge the elegy based on its form, not by its subject matter or content or theme. It means they never give any importance for theme, but they have given importance much for its structure of the poem. Now, what is that particular structure of this elegy? Now let us see. The Greeks wrote an elegy in the form of elegiac meter or elegiac measure. Now, what is this elegiac meter? Let us know. A couplet means 2 lines. In a stanza, maybe 4 lines or maybe 2 lines. So if you look at the first 2 lines, how they are composed. A couplet composed of a dactylic hexameter followed by dactylic pentameter. So what does it mean? Hexameter, pentameter. Means here, if you look at in the first line is composed in the form of a dactylic hexameter. Okay, so what is dactylic? What is hexameter? You need to know. 1 long syllable and 2 short syllables is called dactylic. 6 times in a line means hexameter. Okay, so in the first line you are going to see dactylic is going to repeat it for 6 times, and pentameter means which is 5 times in a sentence. Means here dactylic pentameter means here you will find 5 times repeat of dactylic in a sentence. So elegiac meter means here the first line the dactylic repeats for 6 times, and for the second line the dactylic repeats for 5 times. This is called elegiac meter. That you can see. Each foot would be a dactylic, which is a long and 2 short syllables. Hexameter is a metrical line of words is consisting of 6 feet. Pentameter is a line of words consisting of 5 metrical feet. If the poem is written in this meter, ranked as an elegy. Up to now, we have discussed the characteristics of classical elegy, or you can call it the Greek elegy. Now, let us see the modern elegy. If you look at the modern elegy, the usage of elegy changes because in modern elegy, the poets give importance to the matter or subject. It is opposite to the classical elegy, where in classical elegy, the structure of the poem or the meter was given importance. But when it comes to the point of, it is the theme that matters for modern elegy, but not the meter. You need to remember that point. You can see the classical elegiac measure is not used in English verse. So what was used in English verse? It is modern connotation, right? So they have given importance to the subject matter instead of the meter. So there is no any particular meter or any rules are laid down for the meter in modern elegy. The theme of the elegy must be mournful or sad. Now you can see the poets write the elegy as a tribute to something loved and lost. It is often elaborate in style like the ode. The former elegy usually aims at the effect of dignity and solemnity. What does it mean? Seriousness, without a sense of strain or artificiality. We can observe it in the Ode of Gray. He wrote, its title is Elegy Written in a Country Such Ad. We can see the poet's transition from mourning to consolation and then to triumph. It occurs long before the close in the elegy of Shelley. It is Adonais. It is an elegy on the death of Keats. Now let us understand the new elegy, which is called as the Pastoral Energy. Right. If you look at this point, you can understand who introduced the Pastoral Elegy. The Pastoral Elegy was introduced by the Sicilian Greek poet Theocritus during Renaissance period, and it was continued by the Roman Virgil. It was developed in various European countries during the Renaissance and remained current in English poetry throughout the 19th century. In the form of pastoral elegy, the poet represents himself as a shepherd who grieves the loss of a companion. The Latin word for shepherd is pastor. The manner of speech and setting were borrowed from rustic life. The convention lasted down in modern times. For example, if look at these two elegies are written in pastoral form. What is the first one? Milton's Lycidas and Matthew Arnold's Thyrsis, written in the memory of his friend, the poet A.H. Cobb. Both are pastoral elegies. Now let us see the examples of pastoral elegy. So Milton wrote an elegy which is called as Lycidas. In that poem, he laments the degradation of poetry and religion, and it is an elegy written on the death of a learned friend, Edward King. Who wrote the elegy Lycidas? It is Milton. Now another poet, who is nothing but Tennyson, who wrote the elegy on philosophies on the puzzle of life and destiny in his elegy In Memoriam. It is an elegy on the death of his friend Arthur Hallam. Matthew Arnold pauses to reflect on the course of life of mortal men on the earth in the poem Rugby Chapel. It is an elegy on his visit to his father's grave after 15 years after his death. His death means here Arnold's father's death. Now another poet, W.H. Auden, he also wrote an elegy which is in memory of W.B. Yeats. And another one, Spencer, he wrote an elegy which is called Astrophel on the death of Sir Philip Sidney. Let us answer the following objective type questions. The first one you can see, the Greeks judged an elegy based on by its form. That's right. What is an elegiac meter or measure? A dactylic hexameter, dactylic pentameter. Only A, both A and B, and its answer is both A and B. The elegy covers war songs, love poems, political verses, and lamentations for the dead. Option D, all, means answer is here D. The modern elegy is judged by its form. Is it right? No, it is judged by its subject. It is written as a tribute to something loved and lost, mournful or sadly reflect. What is that? It is a Greek elegy. We can see the transition from mourning to consolation and then to triumph occurs long before the close in. Who said this? It is Sellis Adonis. Dash, the Sicilian Greek poet, introduced pastoral elegy. It is nothing but Theocritus. In the pastoral elegy, the poet represents himself a shepherd. Which elegy was written by Matthew Arnold in the memory of his friend, the poet A.H. Koff? It is Theresis. So this way ends the video. Thank you for watching my channel English Grammar and Literature. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends.